Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do setup and review of the BLACK+DECKER portable AC. This unit is 8000 BTU ash or 5000 SAC, and it's up to 150 square feet room. So 10 by 15 room. This is the smallest unit BLACK+DECKER is selling. Now let me show you what comes inside the box. Inside the box we have a two-piece window. Mine is a little bit sticky, but it goes up to 49 inches. For me, it's too short, so I had to buy another one. So make sure before you buy the right size for your window. This goes only up to 49 inches. And we also have, let me see if I can find them right here. We have two locking pins that go inside the holes, so you can adjust the height. And this will work for horizontal or vertical windows. When it comes to this, it's very good quality. It's not flimsy plastic at all. I'm not even sure. I would say it's probably aluminum. It doesn't feel like plastic. It does feel very sturdy. So this is very high quality. But as I mentioned, only up to 49 inches. You can only use one bracket, which I believe it's around 20 something inches. And we also have remote, which has all the buttons the display on the main unit has. Then we also get this portable air conditioner tips from BLACK+DECKER about setup. And then we also get two guides, setup manuals. This one, I'm not sure if this is French but this one is on English. And then we also get a hose. For me, I'm not gonna use this because I live in Las Vegas. We have no humidity. So this is for the places where there's a lot of humidity, because you will need this to drain the water that collects inside the unit. And then we also have this foam. I tried to put it back in place so it looks nicer on the video, but we have that. It's two different kinds. We have this foam, and then we have this. This is used to not let any air inside your room once you connect this. Then we have this big hose that connects to the window and the unit. I already put my brackets on. As you guys can see, I do recommend putting the brackets this way and not doing it the opposite way. It is much easier. Forgot if these ones come on it already or you have to do it yourself. Honestly, I forgot when I did the unboxing, but I already got this done. And that's it. All right, now let's talk about the unit first before I connect everything. The unit itself is about 50 pounds heavy. And on the back of the unit, we do have a filter here. We also have the coils and the compressor. So how this unit works is it's taking the air from the room and it's making it cool. So the cool air comes out of the front and it's taking that hot air and it's throwing it outside. So the unit gets really hot. Even the hoses get very hot. And most people don't like this one hose portable ACs. They prefer two hoses, and for me, I do agree with them. The hose and the whole area gets very hot. So even though it's throwing out a lot of cold air at the front, but the back of the unit gets just very hot, and it's just not one of those units. You know, I would say it's for emergency use, but if you don't have house AC, it's gonna do the job. So let me show you how to connect this hose. So let's first connect this bracket with this. So once you have it aligned, let me see if I can do this with one hand. It's gonna be a little bit difficult. Let me see if I can hold that. So once you have it aligned, then you just press down and it's gonna click in place, and now it's not gonna go anywhere. It's very sturdy. And for this end piece, you just have to basically push it inside the hole, and that's about it. So let me connect this final piece, and then we're gonna start up the unit and I'll show you how it works. All right, so I just got it plugged in. This is how it looks connected. Now to start up the unit, all we have to do is press power. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the unit is already in the cooling feature. I'm not gonna switch it off just so you guys can hear how it sounds when it starts up and all that. And I'm also gonna measure the temperature of the air, so let me measure it right away, and then we'll measure it in a few minutes. But as you guys can see, it's already dropping each second, and then I'll give it another few minutes. But I can feel this cold air just blasting at me already. And now, because my temperature of my room is at 78 degrees, the cold feature will turn off and the fan will just keep blowing until the temperature gets higher. So for example, once my temperature reaches 79 degrees, the compressor will kick on and will start getting cold again. So right now we're probably getting temperature of the air, let's see, about 76, and it's going up, so it's going to go up to about 78, which is just the temperature of the air. Now in this unit we do have 3 different speeds. So this will be the second speed, and this will be the third speed. Now the sound of the fan alone is not loud at all, but the loudness basically comes from the compressor. That's why most people don't like portable units, because just imagine having the outside AC inside your room, so it's very, very loud. So we also do have a timer, so we can set it from so we can set it from, it's a bit hard pressing on the display, but anywhere from 1 hour basically till 24 hours. But this will not turn on the unit, this only turns it off. Now on this unit we do have 3 different modes. We have the humidifier. This works for areas that have a lot of humidity. I don't use this because I live in Las Vegas. The humidity level is under 10%. And then we also have just the fan mode if you don't want to be using AC. And now we have this cold mode. This is how you adjust the temperature. I will do that in a little bit. I don't want the compressor to kick in. And as I mentioned, 3 speeds. We have the power button, and on the, so let me show you guys the remote. We do have the LED if you want to turn them off when you're sleeping. That's a cool feature. We also can change the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's another cool thing. We have the lower, and right now the AC again kicked in. Now let me just lower the temperature so I can measure the air temperature for you guys. But this would be the lower, which will move the lower up and down. Now it doesn't have anything like side to side, but this one will move the air like up and down. So let me turn that off. And this is where you control the speeds. So you have 3 fan speeds. This would be the night mode, and this would be the timer, and then of course you have the power. Here's where you can change the temperature of what you want. Let's say right now I want to set it at 76. So now the AC will work till it sets my temperature of my room to 76 degrees. Alright, so I had it running for a few minutes, and right now we're getting about 43.3 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty chilly, and it goes even under 40. And but one problem this portable ACs do have, especially with the one hose, you can see the temperature it's creating. Let me turn this off. Oh, actually it's better with the light. So right now we're getting about 96, and it goes 97. And keep in mind, this has only been working for maybe 3 to 5 minutes. And even though it's producing a lot of cold air on this end, let me just point it at the right, we're getting about 39, even under 40 degrees, but the hose itself is getting pretty hot. Right now in my room it's about 78, 79 degrees, so the hose is about 10-15 degrees already. And you can definitely hear the compressor and you can definitely hear compressor kicking in. And then the now let me just turn off the let me turn off the unit so I can have my final thoughts without the noise. To turn it off, you just have to press the power button. Now let me just turn off the unit so I can have my final thoughts about this portable AC. Now the thing I like about this unit, it does produce a very cold air. So right now my room is around 80 degrees and it's pumping out air that's under 40 degrees. So that's 40-degree change in temperature. Now for example, if you have big units outside, and those units usually produce 20 degrees difference between the room temperature and the air they're pumping out. So about 20 to 25. So this unit even produces much colder air than the big units. But the problem is, as I mentioned, the hose does get very hot, and the back of the unit gets pretty hot too. So if you touch it, especially on this side, it does have a lot of heat coming out. Another thing is, because it is connected to the window, and if you don't have it sealed 100%, it will let some hot air. So during the day when it's 100 degrees outside and you have that little spaces, that heat will come inside your room. So you know, even though this is pumping out a cold air, then you have hot air coming through the window. So no matter how much you seal it, it's never going to be 100%. It's very hard. Now when it comes to hose, at least for me, I never had any problems where this was flimsy and it's coming out. I heard on a lot of reviews the exhaust hose would be coming out of the brackets. For me, I haven't had any issues, so I can't say that. And again, even though this has 2 drain hoses for the water, I had never had any issues with that. I never had to drain it. I do live in, you know, as I mentioned a few times before, Las Vegas, so there's no humidity here. So that's another thing I didn't have to worry about. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.